Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Shermaine, aka Terry McGinnis, coming at y'all with some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta gameplay. This is going to be one of two videos discussing the positives and negatives of the beta, in my opinion, of course. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to go least important to most important. And before someone bitches at me in the comment section, yes, I don't use my super ability the entire game. I have a very bad habit of holding on to it as if it's the only super ability I am going to get. So there you go. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get started with the specialization or specialist characters, not the specialists themselves. The specializations, what it does to the fundamental game, but just the characters themselves. They're all pretty cute. And the reason why I say cute is because the majority of Call of Duty players really don't give a fuck about the characters. They don't give a fuck about who Ruin is or Prophet or, you know, his augmentations and stuff like that. They don't care. I mean, you've been running around for, what is it, 8 years now as a generic soldier, and all that matters is killing the motherfucker in front of you and getting a high kill streak. That's all that fucking matters to most Call of Duty players. Me personally, I love it. I like the fact that they took the time to try to create personalities for these characters. I know probably for sure that they're not going to get fleshed out to any degree, you know, to a very small degree in the campaign. But the fact that they went ahead and did specific dialogue exchanges, which, you know, is another point in my bullet points, is the audio itself. More not necessarily the audio overall, but the dialogues, but I'll get to that in a minute. But just they really took time to try to create individual characters, and I really like that. That's attention to detail. That's going above and beyond, because like I said, the majority of Call of Duty players really don't give a fuck about their character. I mean, you're doing the same thing, so it just really doesn't matter. But someone like me, I really appreciate that. And moving right along with the dialogue, I really like the dialogue with the characters in between themselves, before the game, after the game, if you win, if you lose. You know, the Ruin says, "We kick some serious ass, guys." One of my favorite exchanges is in the beginning. You know, the Ruin guy will say, "Attack, attack, attack," and the Prophet will say, "Blunt, predictable." I like that. I was like, damn, he's telling you you're primitive, motherfucker. That's really cool to me. I like that. And I love the dialogue with kill streaks. You know, you call in a UAV, you're like, you know, TACCOM request UAV assistance, or, you know, something like that. And the guy will be like, okay, establishing perimeter 10,000 feet. That's cool to me. I really like that. I think that I commend Treyarch for going above and beyond with the dialogue and all the exchanges. I really like that. Someone like me, that hits a, you know, that's a +1 on my book. Moving along, Infinite Sprint, I mean, it makes sense, right? I think that's going to be in pretty much all multiplayer games for the most part. You're going to be able to sprint indefinitely. It works with this game. Same thing with Advanced Warfare. It'd feel really awkward if you could only run for so long. Boosting on the minimap is shown, which is good, because it follows suit with Advanced Warfare, which that was something that was indeed a smart move, because if you could just be flying around motherfuckers all day long, it would just get too ridiculous. And let's see. Now, with Pick 10 system, you know, it works. That's going to be in every Call of Duty game forever now. Some variation of the Pick 10 system, no doubt. Let's see. Seems to be a good mix of weapons used. I haven't run into, you know, everybody using assault rifles, everybody using shotguns, everybody using SMGs or sniper rifles. Thank God. Which is good. That shows me that it's really appealing. The game itself is appealing to pretty much everybody in all kinds of playstyles, whether you're a run and gun or whether you're a mobile area survey shooter, which is what I am, which I like to categorize myself, or if you're a sniper. You know, I see a lot of variety. Every game I play, someone with an SMG, a couple people with assault rifles, 2 people with shotguns, you know, 1 douchebag with a sniper, and I like that. That means that the game has succeeded in making everything balanced for the most part, even though there's clearly some weapons that are far superior than others. But the good mix of weapons is a good indication that balancing is pretty decent for the most part. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? Excluding all the ones that are, you know, fucking ridiculous. All the weapons, that is. The map design feels familiar. You know, there's still a lot of places that you can enter a building from, which was, you know, something that was kind of complained about in Advanced Warfare, but I mean, it's kind of the same in this game as well, so I guess you just kind of have to deal with that. But you know, it does feel familiar. It's really easy with callouts. It's really easy to just get from one place to the other, and I like that. You know what I mean? Especially when you're playing with the full party, man. It's easy. Glass house, bedroom, something like that. SOS. You get from one place to the other. You know where all the roads lead to, and you kind of just plan out how you want to go about it. And you have your traditional 3-lane maps, which everyone's obviously used to and everyone likes. The boosting feels welcomed. I think it's a lot better executed than Advanced Warfare, only in the sense of I actually like the side boosts in Advanced Warfare when you can quickly like dash left or right laterally. I really like that. Advanced Warfare as a whole with the movement system just kind of like, you know, fucked up a little bit. But it feels really welcome. The fact that you can't just like fly all over the place, you know, it's kind of a gradual movement, which is a lot easier to comprehend for newer players and players who aren't used to that, which was such a huge, you know, a huge change in Advanced Warfare, which I will get to in a little bit. But it feels good. It feels smooth, and I like it. And you can still seriously outplay a lot of people just running straight at you around a corner, just like you kind of could in Advanced Warfare. But, you know, you're not fucking flying up 20 feet in the goddamn air. So it's good. It's good and it's welcomed, and I like it. I think it's done really well. The water routes, I like them. They're pretty interesting. They add a new mix to the way you can traverse a map, what kind of routes you want to take, because they kind of like, you know, go from one spot to the other. Especially, I can't remember the fucking map name, but y'all know what I'm talking about, where the goddamn waterfall is, and you can go and you can, you know, swim all the way to the cave, get on top of that where that little catwalk is, or that bridge I should say, and then you can go into that right there leads you to the far right map, well, depending on the orientation of what you're looking at. Or you can swim into that main building. Now you're in the middle lane. You're in the middle lane of the map. Or you can get on top of the waterfall, the other waterfall, and then get into the last lane. So I like that. I wish it was a little bit more realistic, but, you know, realism in Call of Duty, that's asking for a little bit too much. Just because I'm still unsure how I feel about, you know, gunplay in the water. I mean, it works. It's very simple. You can still fucking, you know, aim down sights and shit like that. Which, if you made it a little bit too complicated, players would definitely complain, and, you know, it would just be a mess that Treyarch probably wouldn't want. I would just like a little bit of more realism in it. I mean, I like the fact that you can drown, so there is a certain amount of time that you can stay submerged, even though it's really long. You know, I think I would like, if you get shot, let's say you know, in an underwater fight, you get shot a couple times, you're still alive, you should start immediately drowning, because you just took bullets to your fucking chest, man. You're not going to maintain normal breathing patterns. Like, there's no way. I would like that. I mean, you would start drowning and you would only have a couple of seconds to, you know, surface before you die. So that way it's not like you get shot, you have literally a second and a half, and then you're dead. No, that would be just, you know, fucking ridiculous. But I like the fact that water is a way to go about the maps. You don't drown, you don't fucking die immediately, and you can still, you know, combat each other in the water. So, I mean, I think that's cool. I think that's cool. So, now getting to the final point, the specialists. This is the most important thing. Specialists are good for the game and a welcome addition, despite being highly unoriginal with the powers or the specialist abilities. Call of Duty needs to continue to push the boundaries and innovate. I mean, this cannot be disputed. However, innovation must be achieved while keeping the core elements that all Call of Duty players are used to and familiar with intact. Core elements are now being revised to accommodate for the new mechanics. Gradual changes to the game will ease players into the, in quotations, new era of Call of Duty, something Advanced Warfare did so hastily. Just specialists and their abilities is a much easier concept to grasp for players and can be implemented fairly easily to a game, whereas the boost jumping, the verticality, and the large design changes in Advanced Warfare wasn't executed properly, and thus a majority of players disliked the game. I mean, there's obviously several other reasons why players didn't like the game. One of the biggest ones is skill-based matchmaking, but I was just addressing Advanced Warfare at its core and the fundamental changes that Sledgehammer tried to make. So specialists are here to stay. This is definitely something that is going to be prevalent in a lot of first-person shooters to come. I think it's probably going to, which of course started with Destiny, or, you know, it might have happened in previous games way back in the day, but I guess I could say revitalized by Destiny or revisited by Destiny. Obviously you can't actually fuck around with, you know, player statistics to the degree of Destiny, you know what I mean, with individual abilities and whatnot, because then people would be in a fucking uproar, and that would just be way too much for a Call of Duty game. It'd be way too once you start trying to create a meta like I said, for a Call of Duty game, no, people are going to be in an uproar. But yeah, you guys, those are the positives that I have written down. I mean, there was a couple of other ones that I definitely remember discussing with Brian the other day, but I couldn't fucking remember them. So I might sneak them into another video later on. But specialists are good for the game, no doubt. And so far, you know, fingers crossed, knocking on wood, this is a pretty good game. Pretty good game. I was not enjoying it in the beginning, probably because I was playing by myself. But after a while, when I started to play with a lot more friends, and I could share the rage, and everyone was having a good time. That's all it really took, was a full team, a lot of communication, a lot of wins, because we didn't lose a single game, well, until the end, and a lot of laughs. And I started to really enjoy this game. This is a good game so far. This is a pretty good game so far. Specialists are good for the game. And I just hope that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 continues to move forward in a positive direction, and the franchise itself is. If this fucking franchise can start to turn around slowly but surely and make themselves a respectable game, we'll be in for treats to come. And it's starting off pretty dang well with Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So I really hope that this trend just continues to move forward. I know Zombies is going to be kick-ass. Hopefully campaign's well. Or is well, or executed well, I should say. Jesus fucking Christ. And hopefully multiplayer just continues to have surprises in store for us. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about the multiplayer beta so far and your experiences. But that's going to do it for me, you guys. My name is Shermaine, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good day.